What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is John, and you are watching John Hart Trading. Today, I'm going to talk about the stock market ending in 9/25, September 25. We've been having a very crazy liquidation lately. Market has been going up lately, and then now we've basically been punished going down. So we're going to talk about a couple things. So what happened if the stock against you? Do you cut loss? Do you hedge your position? If you hedge your position, what do you do? Do you buy put? Do you sell call? Do you average down more? So that's what I'm going to cover today, and let's stay tuned. So we started from here, 334. We're not able to. We're basically going down lately. We're not able to close above 3,300 confirm. Then we have another sell-off again after hours, and then we just basically sideways. Well, today we closed a little bit higher. We closed like 32.85, which is great. I think the market is trying, the bull is trying to defend this market, but the problem is we're gonna have a lot downside eventually. So the sell-off is not done, especially for in the future. We're gonna see a couple days up, and then after that, another sell-off again eventually. But we'll look at day by day and see what it's gonna bring us. Now, a couple things that I want to talk is I want to talk about what happened if the market pull down, go down basically, right? And let's say you just bought a stock, 100 share Apple, and then you bought it at 110, and then suddenly, the market tanked down 10% or 10-20%, right? What do you do? Do you just buy more, or do you basically cut loss, or do you hedge? So that's kind of the thing that I want to talk to you. I wanna know your comments if you're watching here. And by the way, if you're new, welcome to my channel, and please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Appreciate the algo, really like that, the YouTube algo, I guess. So let's pretending this is Apple, right? You bought it here at 110, and then as you buy here, it's against you. Or maybe you bought it here and then it down to from 120 to 103. That's a $17 down. So which is pretty insane, right? I mean, if you have 100 share, that's almost like 1,700. So per se, what do you do? I mean, do you hold it? Do you buy more? I mean, technically, if you have more liquid, yeah, you can buy more. So you can always average down. That's always the best. Um, Especially Apple will not go bankrupt. I mean, that's kind of criteria number one. If you're picking up the stock, buying a stock, you need to understand, hey, if the stock is a good company and it will not go bankrupt, then you hold it. Now, if you know the company is not a good company and you just basically in for the day trade and then suddenly against you, cut loss, right? You know the company is not going to do well eventually in the long run. Why hold it? So one of the thing, my suggestion is we can look at a couple things like Rocket. This is one of the company that I bought recently. I bought it at let me see. I bought it here in the support 22.98. And then it's against me. I bought more, and then it's against me. I bought more, right? But in also the downturn, I saw that hey, this is gonna last for a couple of days. So what is the option I can do? I can hedge, I can cut loss, and I can um, um, hedge by selling call, or you can buy aggressively put, right? Put option. So that's basically what I do. I basically sell call. So I did not buy put. I am selling call while I am owning the stock. So it's considered as a cover call strategy. If you haven't watched my lesson number 4, which is what I play with SEO, inverse USO, That's the same technique that I use over there. So what I did is I sell a rocket at the price 23.50. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So I select October 2nd, so which is about 2 weeks out. Um, and then it's giving me about 42 cents at that time, and I have 500 share. And then what I did is I sell 5 contract that will expire. So I have 500 share. My average, my average here, let's see on the bottom, right? Average stock price is 21.14 or 21.15. And then I sold. You don't want to see this right now because when I sold it, it was 42 cents. Um, oh, I'm sorry, 32 cents. 32 cents because it kept going down. 32 cents. And I'm collecting about $160 if it expired worthless. Um, yeah, so that will give me about a week of play right now. So I sold it at 32. Now, if I want to buy back, it's about 18 cents. So I'm making profit about $72.50. That's not really a profit per se because the main account is still red. But if you keep playing this and then eventually, let's say this is expired worthless, you're collecting $160 free and clear, right? And then let's say the next week rocket bounce, then you can have that $160 to kind of wash your losses or also help you with more profit. So that's kind of the technique that I have. I'm selling call. It's called cover call if you own a stock. And then I'm also, if you look at this, I just bought recently again, this one 100 share at 20, I believe 2040. So that's kind of bring the this average down to 21.15 roughly. So um, that's how I play. And the same scenario with LYFT. I bought LYFT when it was at 29.04. So right here, 21.04. And I thought it was going to bounce, but it's not. And it just collapsed and collapsed and collapsed. Now it's making a turn. Now I did sell at $30, I believe. Let's take a look at that option again. Yeah, $30 call, the same expiration, which is October 2nd next week. So on Friday, if it's not above $30 or close to $30, I'm gonna be collecting um, roughly about $185. This one is 7 contract, so it's a little bit larger contract on this. And my average down of the stock price is 28.75. I haven't purchased more on this to bring it down because I want to see what happened to the market. So this one was recorded yesterday. That's why you see that 8 days, and this one was recorded today at 7 days, which is next week expiration. So that's technically what I have. So the question is, John, so let's say you're selling at 30, why you choose $30, right? By the way, tomorrow I'm gonna also hosting a couple um, session to talk this deeper, but I wanna also bring it up here. So why you choose $30? My concept playing option or stock is pretty simple. It's resistant and support, basic support, basic resistance. Now, $30 was the high of, well, 32.50 was the highest, right? But $30 was kind of the round number I have here. And it's been going sideways for how many days? So I choose that number. My break even technically $30, right? And whatever the credit or the premium that I'm collecting is 26 cents or 27 cents. So about $30.26. That's my break even by next week Friday. If it never go up to that level, then I'm collecting $180, $185, $186 free and clear. Now, whatever the remaining, so let's say it stay at this level, then that means my loss, if I want to cut it right away, it's basically from 1270 minus 186. So it's roughly about $1,000 loss if I want to cut it right away. But I'm a long-term I'm not really long term. I'm a swing trade of LYFT. I think it has potential at least going back to 28. So I just want to see where this stock going. Now, of course, we don't know what's going to happen with market next week. If there's a potential to go down again, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to collect more. I'm going to do the same play. So I'm going to start selling October 9, right? And then October 18, 2 weeks, and keep collecting that premium until the stock is start going upside. That's kind of the play I have. By collecting the premium or hedging, I call it the hedging portion, selling call, it reducing the loss that I have by holding the stock. Now I'm not also just holding it, but I'm also buying it more on lower price, so it's kind of averaging down as we continue collapsing. If that's the case, right? If it's bounce, I'm not buying more until I see there's a potential. Then I keep adding, or just leave it as is. So that's kind of the play I have. Now I want to bring it up something. You can, if you playing this, you gotta have more liquids, more cash. My first um, advice for everybody that is new, and especially with the smaller account, um, a broker that you have, right? So let's say you have $1,000 or $2,000, or maybe not even the 10,000. Um, what do? I mean, my best practice is never ever use all your capital. Always leave 50% liquid, just in case if the market against you, you have that option to buy more or hedge it. So that means you can play a little bit longer. Do not over leverage. Do not use a lot of margin, because if the bad things happen, you're gonna get margin call, and they're gonna close. The broker will close your position. Um, that's kind of the thing that not a lot of people know, and gotta be careful with the market. Remember, this is your money. This is your decision. So use it wisely and play wisely. We are not gambling as in Vegas. It's completely different environment. I mean, greed. Fear of missing out. You gotta put that away. Trading, it's more structure, discipline, not emotion. If you mix that, that's where the big problem comes in. All right, so that's all I have, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna go with part 2 tomorrow. There's gonna be more participant, people that is new with option, and I'm gonna show them how you can utilize this technique if you have a position where you can make that hedging income, right? Or reducing your losses, whatever the term that you want to use. But anyway, hey, have a great weekend, and I see you guys watching on the second part, which is more depth and more deeper talk about the strategy, right? See you guys, and take care.